15th, today on Your Morning Atlantic. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And the Moosehide campaign. People will gather in walks across the country today for a movement working to end gender-based violence. We'll speak with the organizer of the Halifax event in our second hour.
Plus stories from a real-life spy. We'll speak with a former military intelligence officer about his work and find out what real-life espionage is really like. All that and so much more just ahead on the Thursday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
It is May 14th already, almost halfway through the month, just cresting upon a long weekend. It is,
yes.
it's a time. Time is flying by.
It is.
It is middle of May already, the long weekend, almost like the start of summer for some people.
It is.
Right? Like warmer temperatures.
Unofficial kickoff of summer. I know we've been chatting before we went to air about the Balloon Nose Marathon. So many CTV people are doing, along with many, many others doing it, but you will be running the full. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Are you still going to participate?
Yeah, I signed up for the 10.
10K?
I usually do the 5. I'm very nervous about doing the 10. I'm not like
You're going to be great.
these two over here.
Oh my
who
gosh,
are
you've got
runners.
this.
You
have got
You're
this.
moving, you're in the race, you're a runner.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the absolute truth.
Yes.
Or any way you want to participate. You don't even have to run. There are other ways you can participate too.
Volunteering. Yeah.
Bridge will be closed this weekend. That's important news you can use. But weather also very impactful for all kinds of long weekend plans. What are we looking at today?
Absolutely. Okay, well, looking into the long weekend, it's going to be hot.
Wow.
And sunny. That's what we're seeing for the weekend. For today, a little bit of sunshine, but also some precipitation looming. We do have another coastal low that will be making its way over into tonight, so bringing some heavier rainfall our way for Friday's forecast. But here's a live look at Halifax early this morning. Not too bad starting off your day. It is quite cloudy, though. As of right now, it is 6 degrees heading outdoors, so much warmer than Wednesday morning start. And we are going to see temperatures warm up yet again, still remaining seasonal to below seasonal for much of our daytime highs. So it is 4 degrees starting off your day in Sydney, 8 currently in Charlottetown and Fredericton. Colder this morning in Labrador City at -5 and 3 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. As you can see here, we do have sunshine in the forecast returning to Newfoundland and Labrador. Parts of the maritime region also going to see some sunshine into the afternoon, but it is relatively a cloudy start to the day. We do have some wet weather tracking across parts of the maritime region. A chance of showers and or drizzle early this morning that will clear out into the afternoon. In terms of the wind, it's going to be a bit breezy for parts of the maritime region into the afternoon, but as of right now, 26 kilometers per hour for sustained wind in North Cape. We're looking at 17 in Moncton, 13 into St. John, New Brunswick, 15 in Edmundston. Wind gusts of 37 kilometers per hour in North Cape. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Before campus construction was complete, the inaugural class of 30 students at Nova Scotia's newest medical school, they started last August. The Cape Breton Medical Campus, or CBMC, is in partnership between Dalhousie Medical School and CBU. The province first announced the $58.9 million in spending in March 2023 to develop the campus. Construction was originally expected to be completed last October. Premier Tim Houston is scheduled to attend the opening event this afternoon. The province of New Brunswick has announced an ambitious goal. It wants to become the gold standard in Canada when it comes to mining opportunities.
What we're trying to signal is that we want to be the leading jurisdiction in the country with respect to being agile, with respect to the development of critical minerals.
Now I'm dialoguing and having conversations with companies like Rio Tinto, Teck, BHP, things of that nature. And they're saying that New Brunswick is now finally on their map.
The province is replacing decades-old legislation with a new Mineral Resources Act. It's one the province says will streamline approvals for mining startups, while at the same time strengthening environmental protections and collaboration with First Nations. Official opposition leader Glenn Savoy calls it another strategy with no results today. A PEI company that works with the aviation industry is getting a big boost from governments to expand and hire. MDS Coding Technologies in Summerside is getting $110 million from Ottawa and the province. The money will go towards a multi-million-dollar facility and equipment expansion. MDS works with commercial aviation and defense clients to supply advanced coding technologies. The Premier says this is the kind of industry the island wants to support.
Creating skilled jobs for islanders, including engineers, chemists, technicians, researchers developing advanced coding technologies for aviation and industrial applications. Their work's helping reduce emissions, improve efficiency, and extend the lifespan of critical equipment used all around the world.
The province is spending $55 million on the project, which includes a $45 million loan through Finance PEI. Nova Scotia has a new weapon to battle forest fires this summer. 4 fixed-wing water bombers and 1 coordination plane, also called the Bird Dog, are now based out of the airfield in Debert. The province's 1-year deal with New Brunswick-based Forest Protection Limited is worth $6.5 million.
Pilots are based here in Debert full-time. They're on a rotation, 15 days on and then 5 days off. And long-term, the intention is to have pilots from Nova Scotia. We do have pilots from Nova Scotia in our team, that they would be based here full-time.
We know that the forest fire situation we have, they're more intense, more unpredictable, and they're right now leased under a one-year contract. So that's the planes, the pilots, everything we need.
In addition to the 5 aircraft, fire crews are getting upgrades to their equipment to the tune of $12.8 million, which is being matched by the federal government. Forest fire season in the province runs from March until October. Pricing, rebates, and whether the Premier should be the energy minister. Those issues sparked debate at a legislative committee on power in Nova Scotia. Another major focus of the committee was the province's heating assistance rebate program. Despite a budget of more than $30 million, only about $22 million was spent this year.
There was 9,000 folks that we followed up on that needed to provide a heating bill as new applicants, but it was an incomplete application.
Nova Scotian power bills just went up again on May 1st. They're going to go up again by the end of this calendar year. Nova Scotians need help affording their power bills.
An affordable energy advocacy group also complained it's often difficult to access the Premier, who's also energy minister. They'd like to see the roles separated. People in Salisbury, New Brunswick will be saving some money on groceries by the weekend. A supermarket will reopen tomorrow in the town. The previous store was destroyed by fire last fall, forcing residents to buy food in other communities. The owner says the store was rebuilt in record time in the same location, and he says he can't wait to welcome his regulars back.
They've gone without now for 8.5 months. The convenience of having their own local grocery store means a lot to these folks. I feel when you look at it, it's not only a grocery store, it's a place to meet. You've seen a lot of people spending time in the aisles, chit-chatting. It's far more than a grocery store.
The new store will be bigger with a new look and more options for customers, and those doors will swing open tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And to the Q League now, the Moncton Wildcats have tied their final series with Chicoutimi.
Un but va être important. Le Lansbury va le tirer le but. Les Wildcats prennent les devants 4-3 pour la première fois ce soir.
That's the winning goal that secured the 4-3 win for the Cats in Chicoutimi last night in Game 4 action. Gabe Smith shined with 2 goals and 1 assist. The series now tied at 2-2, and Game 5 is Friday night at 7 p.m. at the Avenir Centre. You can bet that the Cats fans in Moncton are going to be so excited for that game. So a bit of a break here on this Thursday, but tomorrow night, yeah, it's going to be
back on
a wild Friday night.
Big weekend in sports for sure. Love the Moncton Wildcats uniforms.
I know, they are nice.
They're really good. They're very good. Okay, this is interesting. The war in Iran is impacting the way things are printed in Japan. So take a look. Japanese snack company Calbee is turning to black and white packaging for some of its products. There is a shortage in Japan right now because ink uses oil derivatives, which are imported from the Middle East. So they've had to improvise, and you won't see the colorful packaging, you just see black and white. Now, this is interesting for a number of reasons, but just imagine if a lot of times it's the color that cues you to the certain product.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Like the difference between decaf and regular coffee, for example, or the different kinds of chips. You'd have to just really read.
Red for ketchup, right?
Yeah,
There you go,
exactly.
yeah.
Reaching for that here in Canada.
For sure. They've got
Yeah.
very interesting flavors of chips in Japan. I have been there, and oh yeah. No ketchup, though. No ketchup.
Oh, I think worth the trip to find out.
Oh, yeah.
Fish-flavored things, yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting, yeah.
Oh, I love it. Okay, well, still ahead. We're going to have your first look at your national and international news headlines on this Thursday morning, and Latavia has the latest look at the forecast. It's the first full look at the forecast, in fact. Good morning to our viewers in the Port City. Uptown St. John looking nice this morning. Details on today's forecast next.
Good morning and happy Thursday. The time now is 6:13. We're taking a live look at Charlottetown. Currently 8 degrees as you head outdoors. Cloudy start to your day. We are expecting a chance of showers early this morning, but currently not seeing any precipitation in your area. So it is warmer than yesterday morning starting off the day for much of the region. As of right now, it is 8 degrees as well in Fredericton, 8 degrees in Yarmouth, 6 heading out in Halifax and Sydney, 4 degrees right now in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. We are seeing a bit of active weather for parts of the Maritime region. A chance of showers and or drizzle early this morning for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces. Expected to clear out into the afternoon. So we will be seeing some sunshine return for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces this afternoon. Looking at a mix of sun and cloud. Newfoundland, Labrador holding on to that sunshine throughout their day today. And then into tonight, we have a coastal low pressure system that's going to make its way over. It's going to bring showers with a risk of thunderstorms, transitioning over to periods of rain for Friday. So it's going to be a wet Friday ahead for much of the Maritime region. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Nova Scotia, heaviest being 20 to 30 millimeters for Port Hawkesbury. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, not really seeing much accumulation, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs really warming up for parts of the province, ranging from 13 to 20 degrees today. We do have some showers that will clear out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. Could see some sunny breaks into the afternoon as well. Evening showers expected to return. For Prince Edward Island, looking at highs between 13 to 19 degrees today. A chance of showers and or drizzle early this morning, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Wind will also pick up this afternoon as well out of the south, 20 gusting to 40. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs ranging from 11 to 19 degrees. We do have sunshine throughout your day today. Rain arrives into the evening. We do have a chance of showers for parts of this part of the province into the evening as well. And then we're looking at wind gusts of 40 kilometers per hour. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a chance of showers and or drizzle early this morning for the Tri-County area. That will clear, seeing sunshine throughout the day today. But then we do have increasing cloudiness from mainland Nova Scotia into the afternoon, leaving cloudy skies and highs between 15 to 19 degrees. For Labrador City, looking at 12 degrees today, lots of sunshine throughout your day, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Lots of sunshine for St. John's, Newfoundland as well, with a high of 13. For our forecast on Friday, as I mentioned, it's going to be a wet start to the day. Into the afternoon, though, we start to see this system clear out for parts of the Maritime region. Still holding on to some rain for Cape Breton Island, though, eastern Nova Scotia and for Newfoundland. And then into our forecast for Friday night, just a bit cloudier. We are going to see that increasing cloudiness into the overnight hours and wind picking up. So it's going to be pretty gusty into the overnight hours for Friday. But into Saturday, things are going to take a turn for the better. We are going to see lots of sunshine return for much of the region. Still holding on to some shower activity, though, across Newfoundland and parts of New Brunswick. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce the long-awaited clean electricity strategy today. Strategy, dubbed the National Electricity Agenda, will reveal a plan to double grid capacity by 2050. It would be the largest expansion of the national power grid in Canadian history. Critics say it's a step in the right direction, but a report by the Canadian Climate Institute suggests Canada could have to triple the size of that grid to reach emission goals. Russia has launched a mass drone and missile attack on Ukraine's capital just hours after a daylight mass drone barrage. The attack early this morning killed 1 person and injured at least 33 in Kyiv after hitting civilian infrastructure and residential buildings in multiple cities. Ukrainian air defenses shot down or jammed nearly 700 targets, but dozens of missiles and drones hit multiple locations. Today's events followed Russia's rare daylight attack yesterday that killed at least 6 people. The presidents of the United States and China have begun their series of high-stakes meetings in Beijing today.
We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you, and you would call me, and whenever we had a problem,
U.S. President Donald Trump began the session by calling China's president a friend. His remarks were in stark contrast to those of Xi Jinping, who opened their bilateral meeting by cautioning about potential conflict between China and the U.S., saying the two should be partners rather than rivals. The Chinese government says Xi also used the 2-hour meeting to warn Trump that not handling Taiwan correctly could lead to conflicts. Trump's 3-day visit is expected to feature more symbolism than major breakthroughs on top issues like trade and the war in Iran. They've been around the moon, and now they are touring a few select cities in Canada. Yesterday, the crew of Artemis 2, including Canada's own Jeremy Hansen, met the Prime Minister in Ottawa. CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver has more.
We didn't really see this either, because this is so cool.
It was a different kind of moon mission in Ottawa today.
I think we saw that crater.
The Artemis 2 crew giving Prime Minister Mark Carney and a group of students special insight into their epic 10-day lunar flyby mission.
The moment they walk in, my heart starts pounding. I'm like, oh my God, they're actually here.
It was just so cool to meet someone like that inspiring.
It was such a privilege. Like, I never thought ever that I'd ever be able to meet them.
Splashdown confirmed.
The visit to the capital comes just over 1 month after the 4-person crew splashed down safely in the Pacific Ocean.
We surpassed the furthest distance humans have ever traveled.
Following a groundbreaking mission to the far side of the moon that captured the world's attention. Canadian Jeremy Hansen getting a special thank you from Carney.
This is the flag that flew on the day you splashed down.
Oh, wow.
Hansen's trip into outer space was his first, and it was also the furthest any Canadian astronaut has ever traveled.
Canada very much went to space, and I rode on your shoulders.
That Canadian pride on full display at each stop in the capital, where fans, young and old, were inspired to reach new heights.
I want to be the first man, and if it's possible, to walk on Mars.
Annie Bergeron-Oliver, CTV News, Ottawa.
Thank you, Annie. A quick break now. When we return, we'll have your top business headlines, plus your must-see moment from TSN. Your Morning Atlantic. We'll be right back right after this.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Good morning. It's almost 6:24 on this Thursday, May 14th. Time now to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Hi, everyone. Mark Rowe inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Wednesday. We head to Game 4 of the QMJHL final. Moncton taking on Chicoutimi. Second period. Check out Emmanuel Vermette going between the legs from below the goal line and banking it off the goalie and in for the highlight reel goal. The captain showing off his slick mitts and tight. A candidate for goal of the year, and it is your must-see moment from Wednesday. Thursday on TSN, you can see Game 1 of the Walter Cup between the Charge and Victoire. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
Now to our business headlines from our colleagues over at BNN.
Equinox Gold is buying Orla Mining in a cash and stock deal worth just over $5 billion U.S. Combined, the new entity would be the second largest Canadian gold producer with 6 mines across Canada, the U.S., Nicaragua, and Mexico. Together, they would produce more than 1 million ounces of gold a year. But the CEO of Equinox says he aims to double output. Shareholders will vote on that deal in July. Algoma Steel is shipping less than half of what it used to ship across the border. Still, American tariffs have cost it more than $27 million in its latest quarter. Algoma reported a net loss of about $160 million in that period. The CEO says the company is working on becoming a Canadian supplier of steel. More Canadians filed for insolvency in the first 3 months of 2026 than in any other quarter since 2009. Experts say Canadians are carrying record debt, and rising energy and food prices puts them in a tighter squeeze. The biggest increase in filings was in Ontario. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up a fraction to 72.96. West Texas Intermediate down over $1 to 101.02. Western Canadian Select up over $3 to 81.43. And the TSX lost 249 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, a high of 17 degrees today. We do have a chance of showers early on that will clear, leaving mainly cloudy skies. On Friday, much of the same, starting off the day with scattered showers that will clear out. Sunshine returns into the afternoon. On Saturday, warming up to 23 with a mix of sun and cloud. For Nova Scotia, 16 degrees today. We do have a bit of shower and or drizzle early this morning for the Tri-County area. That will clear out, seeing sunshine for the province. Evening showers expected. 11 degrees on Friday with periods of rain. Risk of thunderstorms. 19 degrees on Saturday. Lots of sunshine for much of the province, but for Cape Breton Island, seeing shower activity. For Prince Edward Island, 18 degrees today. Showers will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. 9 degrees on Friday with rain across the island. And then on Saturday, warming back up, 19 with a mix of sun and cloud.
Wait for it. There it is. Coming up this half hour of the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know what's something you only do when you're home alone. We're confessing with Crash and Sarah in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic. Ah, iconic.
Listen, sometimes a good tune comes on. No one's judging you. Dance like no one's watching. Maybe sing like no one can hear you.
Absolutely.
Maybe the neighbors.
Absolutely. Gosh.
Why not?
A lot of people, including myself, when it's house cleaning time, it's
party time.
It's the club. It's the club in the house. Yeah, for sure.
It's funny that the music that maybe you used to listen to back in the day when you were out celebrating and partying, it becomes your grocery store playlist or
yes.
Playlist.
Last week, there's this other lady in the grocery store, and we were both like getting funky. With
down the aisle.
I see you. She's like, girl. Yeah, no, it's a little bit of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so that's coming up, Move Morning Chat conversation. Also, have you guys ever seen the movie Risky Business?
I actually haven't.
I haven't.
Me neither, but I knew when I saw that staircase.
I think we all know that iconic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I knew what was coming. You don't have to see the movie. Okay, let us move on to weather today. What are we looking at?
A bit of shower activity for parts of the region early this morning. Newfoundland and Labrador are now seeing that precipitation clear out. So they're seeing sunshine for much of the morning. We are going to see increasing cloudiness this afternoon. Showers will clear out for parts of the region, but as you can see here, it is a bit of a wet start to the day in Fredericton, quite gloomy this morning. 8 degrees though, heading outdoors, so still cool, but not as cold as we saw yesterday morning, so temperatures are on the rise. We are going to see seasonal daytime highs for much of New Brunswick today. And in terms of our current temperatures, for much of Atlantic Canada, we are seeing a bit of a warm-up. For parts of Newfoundland and Labrador, though, still remaining a bit on the cooler side of things. 6 degrees right now in both Halifax and Sydney. 8 starting off your day in Charlottetown. 4 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. As I had mentioned, a bit of precipitation early this morning for parts of all 3 maritime provinces. Expected to clear out into the afternoon, leaving either mainly cloudy skies to a mix of sun and cloud. Sunshine throughout the day for much of Newfoundland and Labrador. In terms of the current wind forecast, it is quite light this morning. Will continue to pick up into the afternoon. Sustained wind right now, 22 kilometers per hour in North Cape. We're looking at 17 in Moncton and in Halifax, 15 in Sydney and Edmundston. Wind gusts of 33 kilometers per hour in North Cape. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. This is it during construction last year. Before campus construction was complete, the inaugural class of 30 students at Nova Scotia's newest medical school, they started last August. The Cape Breton Medical Campus, or CBMC, is in partnership between Dalhousie Medical School and CBU. The province first announced the $58.9 million in spending in March of 2023 to develop the campus. Construction was originally expected to be completed last October. Premier Tim Houston is scheduled to attend the opening event this afternoon. A Nova Scotia man convicted of murdering two men years apart is appealing both verdicts. Adam Drake was found guilty of gunning down Tyler Kaiser in Halifax a decade ago. Yesterday, his lawyers argued the trial judge made errors and the case took too long to get through the courts.
The bird's eye view is that Mr. Drake's right to be tried within a reasonable time was not given proper priority by the Crown.
Drake is also appealing his conviction of killing rapper Pat Stay in 2022. He was not in court in person. The three-member appeal court reserved its decision. As of Monday night, downtown Moncton has two new city councillors. Both enter City Hall with ideas of how to tackle the crime that has plagued the area. During the campaign, both say they heard loud and clear that many people don't feel safe walking around downtown.
We need to make sure we're taking the steps to address that by, I think, more of a presence by whether it be bylaw officers and RCMP, but literal boots on the ground.
I think enough is enough may not have gotten the electoral result that they wanted, but I think that, I applaud them for bringing up a very important conversation that needs to be had.
The coalition plans to meet the new council next month for an update. To PEI now, the Lance government is offering up to $3 million to oyster growers and processors who have suffered significant losses from MSX and Dermo. The program will cover interest costs on debt loans taken out before May 1st, losses of at least 30%. It is launching the Oyster Relief Wage Assistance Program to offset a portion of payroll costs connected to sorting and handling requirements. According to the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, MSX was first detected around Badek Bay 2 years ago. Neither it or Dermo pose a risk to humans, but they can kill oysters and lead to lower growth rates. The province of New Brunswick has announced an ambitious goal. It wants to become the gold standard in the country when it comes to mining opportunities.
What we're trying to signal is that we want to be the leading jurisdiction in the country with respect to being agile with respect to the development of critical minerals.
Now I'm dialoguing and having conversations with companies like Rio Tinto, Teck, BHP, things of that nature. And they're saying that New Brunswick is now finally on their map.
The province is replacing decades-old legislation with a new Mineral Resources Act. It's one the province says will streamline approvals for mining startups, while at the same time strengthening environmental protections and collaboration with First Nations. Official opposition leader Glenn Savoy calls it another strategy with no results today. 500 rural communities in New Brunswick could be getting faster internet. More than 27,000 homes will be able to get high-speed internet. In New Brunswick, over 95% of households currently surf the web at high speed. Ottawa is spending $73 million on two projects. The federal government says it wants every household in the country to have that kind of access within 4 years. To Q League action now, the Moncton Wildcats have tied their final series with Chicoutimi.
Un but va être important. Le Lansbury va tirer le but. Les Wildcats prennent les devants 4-3 pour la première fois ce soir.
That's the winning goal that secured the 4-3 win for the Cats in Chicoutimi last night. This was for Game 4. Gabe Smith shined with 2 goals and 1 assist. Series is now tied at 2-2, and Game 5 is Friday night at 7 p.m. at the Ebenezer Centre. Finally, a one-of-a-kind catch for a Nova Scotia lobster fisherman happened the other day. Take a look at this. So neat. Annette Wagner tells us her son Jamie found this one in one of his traps on Tuesday. The 2-colored crustacean is said to be quite rare, about 1 in 50 million. So it's unlikely.
Delicious.
Sounds delicious. You know, which half tastes better, though, right?
Well, there used to be an album back in the 80s called, from the Fine Young Cannibals, called The Raw and the Cooked. This lobster is demonstrating both.
Yes. He's like, you don't need to cook me. I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's fooling. He turns to the side and he fools you. Or it's one of those things where, you know, you see sometimes a dancer will dress up with one side will be kind of like the lady in the dress, the other one the tuxedo, and they dance, do a tango.
See, I'm thinking of a reference for Latavia for the Backstreet Boys video for Everybody.
Yeah.
With Kevin.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Because he was Two-Faced.
There you go.
He did the switch thing.
I was like, wait, are you talking about the Black and Blue album?
The Black and Blue album. Oh, that's a good one, too. That is a good album. Anyways, super cool. We have, I feel like once a year we'll have these really cool lobster stories. Of like, look at this one,
so did they keep him? Did they throw him back?
Great question. You know what? That's a mystery. I don't know if they...
We'll find out.
Into the
Where,
ocean.
what community was it found in again? We have a lot of questions, Amanda.
Oh my gosh, we have. You know what? We need to do some more.
You know what's a good
digging.
story when it leads to many questions. We'll find out. I know that the Back to the Sea Centre that's in Dartmouth had some of the lobsters that were interesting that were caught last year on display, and then they released them back into the ocean. So anyway, we'll find out.
Well, if you find them again, you'll be like, I know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we have a contest to remind you of today. The Wake Up and Win with CTV Your Morning. We can pay your bills with a massive $20,000. Just imagine what you could do with that extra 20 grand.
So much lobster.
Oh my gosh, indeed. To head to the contest page at ctvatlantic.ca, you'll find the information there, or scan the QR code you'll see just in a moment. And today's code word is prize. That's a perfect word. 5 letters that will change your life. So you can enter today, and then again, a new code word tomorrow. You can enter then as well.
Okay, still ahead, we're going to head to Hollywood for your entertainment headlines. But before that, the forecast with Latavia and the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know, what's something you do when you're home alone? Maybe it's acting out your favorite movie scene. We'll be right back.
A little bit of sunshine starting off your day in Peggy's Cove. Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 6:43. We are currently seeing around 6 degrees starting off your day, so it's a bit cooler, but much warmer than yesterday. And we are going to see those temperatures rise a little bit later on. As of right now, 8 degrees heading outdoors in Charlottetown, as well as into Fredericton, 1 degree in Happy Valley Goose Bay, and 2 degrees over in Corner Brook. Here's a look at our forecast timeline. Sunshine returns to both Newfoundland and Labrador. Into the Maritime region, though, we do have a chance of showers and or drizzle starting off the day for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces. Expected to clear out for the most part into the afternoon. We will be seeing some sunshine return for parts of the Maritime region, sunshine holding in Newfoundland and Labrador. And then into tonight, we have a coastal low that will make its way over, bringing showers, a risk of thunderstorms for parts of Nova Scotia, periods of rain into our forecast for Friday. So safe to say it is a wet day ahead for Friday's forecast. If you're wondering about rainfall totals, we're looking at around 10 to 20 millimeters for parts of eastern Nova Scotia. Heaviest being 20 to 30 millimeters for Port Hawkesbury. And then for parts of Newfoundland, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation today. Here's a look at our forecast today for New Brunswick. Daytime highs will be heating up, ranging from 13 to 20 degrees, being the warmest into Miramichi and Moncton. Showers early in the morning, clearing, leaving mainly cloudy skies. Showers arrive yet again into the evening. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 13 to 19 degrees today. We do have a bit of shower activity early this morning. That will clear out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Wind gusts getting up to 40. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, seeing sunshine today, but also a chance of showers for parts of this part of the province. And then that will clear out, seeing sunshine into the afternoon. Rain arrives into the evening with a risk of thunderstorms. Daytime highs between 11 to 19 degrees. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud today, although we do have a chance of showers and or drizzle early in the morning for the southwestern region of the province. That will clear out, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon. Cloudy skies expected, but showers return into the evening. Labrador City looking at a high of 12 degrees today with lots of sunshine. We do have 13 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, and lots of sunshine in your forecast as well. For our forecast for Friday, we are going to see a wet day ahead. We start to see a bit of clearing into the afternoon, though, leaving some sunny breaks for northern New Brunswick, parts of mainland Nova Scotia. Into Friday night, though, we are going to see increasing cloudiness for Newfoundland, holding on to precipitation throughout the night and into early Saturday morning. Saturday, going to be lots of sunshine. Temperatures warming up above seasonal for much of the region. Holding on, though, to precipitation for Cape Breton Island, parts of eastern Nova Scotia, and for Newfoundland. That's a look at your weather. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat. Time now for the Move Morning Chat. This morning we have Crash and Sarah joining us from Fredericton. We're going to talk about what we do in the privacy of our own home, specifically what you do when you're home alone. So, Crash, Sarah, give us the goods.
Totally. I want to tell you, I'll start because if you ever walk into my home and I'm doing this, just turn around, okay? Like, come back later. Do not interrupt, because I'm finally ready to reveal that when I'm home alone, we're talking 24/7. I'm constantly narrating what I'm doing, almost like I'm vlogging on YouTube or something. I don't know if anyone else does this.
No.
Like, take us through an example. What are you doing? Like, oh, I'm doing the dishes. There's an extra mark on it.
Yes, girl, absolutely. So, for example, I'll get in my car after work and I'm like, okay, the day went however it went. Now here's what we've got planned for the rest of the day. And I found myself last night, I was putting away leftovers, basically. And I was like, you know, giving a review, essentially, to my fake audience that does not exist, as if they were dying to know how the turkey and black beans were. And then I'm like, now I'm going to go have a peanut butter cup and we're going to read for the rest of the evening. It's like taking the audience that is not there through the whole diatribe. And I don't know if it keeps me on track or helps me decompress or what it does. I think I'm also just YouTube generation, right? Grew up watching people vlogging
Like and
their
subscribe.
lives.
Yeah.
Please get on the channel. Welcome back. Like,
Smash that subscribe button. Leave a comment below.
Totally. No one will ever see it, though, and that's probably for the best.
That's awesome. I don't narrate my life, but I definitely talk to myself and have been caught talking to myself even at work. So there you go. You're not alone.
It happens. It happens. Yeah. I'll be, I sing actually a lot when I'm home, and I will only sing in public if it's like in a joking manner, like I'll do an imitation or impression of somebody. But if I'm at home, I will actually earnestly sing almost like I'm practicing for the eventual day that I'm going to be in front of the crowd, and I will get the nerves to like, okay, I'm going to do this, you know?
It'll be the big moment. You'll have like this great big voice and the crowd's going to be clapping along going, I never knew.
Right? I told him he needs to get karaoke up on YouTube and start really leading in.
Yeah.
Oh,
my wife will come home and just be like, I never knew you sang, because I won't even sing in front of her, but I'll do it at home. And I'm like, one of these days, you're going to know. Like, all that singing in the car was not as bad as you think.
You're going to have your Coyote Ugly moment, maybe.
Yes, that's right. Right up on the bar.
I love it. I love that for you, Crash.
I have to tell you, I'm the same way. Like, I love musicals and I love big power ballads too. So when I'm home alone, that is when I will blast the music and like dance and sing and clean to it. Like, I'm talking Meatloaf, and then I'm talking very embarrassing things like the Phantom of the Opera soundtrack.
Oh.
Ooh. I love it, but I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. But
Do you
it's
wear the mask as well, and the cape? You put the cape on too?
No, I bring that out when there are people around. But when I'm by myself,
a little pizzazz.
No, I got it on the show. Yeah.
The comfort level.
It's a comfort level thing. So, okay, we're throwing the question to our viewers this morning. What is something that you only do when you're home alone? Send us a text at 10400 and we will share your answers a little later.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:52. We're going to head over to Hollywood and take a look at those entertainment headlines.
Cat's Eye is going on a world tour. The Wild World Tour will launch in Dublin, Ireland on September 1st, with the U.S. leg of the tour kicking off October 13th in Miami. Pre-sales begin on May 20th and tickets for the general public on May 21st. Get ready for Grown Ups 3. Netflix announcing a threequel of the Adam Sandler comedy franchise is in the works. David Spade, Chris Rock, Rob Schneider, and Kevin James are expected to return, but the streamer has yet to confirm the cast. The Dancing with the Stars ballroom is going bananas this season. Jackson Olsen, second baseman for the Savannah Bananas baseball team, has been announced as a contestant on the ABC reality competition. Alongside previously announced contestants Sierra Miller and Maura Higgins, the full cast will be announced September 2nd on Good Morning America. And happy birthday to David Byrne, the former Talking Heads frontman, turned 74 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Lionel Moise, ABC News.
And a growing number of female hockey players in New Brunswick are fighting back against what they say is an outdated rule that allows less ice time for girls in school for sport.
Yes, so CTV's Laura Brown looks at the push to even the score.
A little fanfare, a short warm-up, and these players are off. This is a spring female hockey program, but many of these players spend September to March playing for their high school, where periods are shorter than their male peers.
It doesn't seem like much, but it adds up to 4.4 games throughout the whole year.
Shorter periods made sense when participation was low, but today's growing girls' game is now calling for more ice time.
You see many girls' teams now at the younger ages, and they're coming with further and bigger expectations because they want to go and develop their craft as much as they can.
And those shorter periods can halt that development, he says. According to the school sport handbook, boys' games are 3 20-minute periods. Girls are 3 15-minute periods. It does say where possible, girls may play up to 18 minutes, but the rule book currently doesn't allow for 20-minute periods.
They want to go to the PWHL or they want to play, you know, university or whatever the high hopes are. And if we take that away from them, even if they can get there or not, we don't want to crush their dreams by saying, you're not good enough to have these minutes or these times.
Doug Grandy, who co-founded a girls-only hockey program, doesn't call it gender inequality, just an outdated rule. Player Ava Burns says simply it's time for the change.
At the beginning, girls hockey, it wasn't as big as it is now, and the game has evolved so much for us girls that I think it's our time for this.
School Sport New Brunswick's president isn't opposed to longer periods, but suspects some schools are hesitant because of the cost of ice time, and majority of schools have to agree. Doug Marion says his players have been loud and clear they're willing to pay more to play more, and he also thinks the change would mean a lot to them.
It gives the girls that are playing the ability to continue to grow to whatever they want to take their game to be.
Laura Brown, CTV News, Fredericton.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast, starting off in New Brunswick, 17 degrees is your daytime high. We have showers early on. We'll clear out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. 70 degrees yet again on Friday with scattered showers, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Sunshine kicks off the long weekend with a high of 23. Nova Scotia looking at 16 degrees today. Showers and or drizzle for the Tri-County area will clear out, leaving sunshine for much of the province. We do have showers returning into the evening. Periods of rain on Friday with a risk of thunderstorms, a high of 11. Warming up above seasonal to 19 on Saturday. Sunshine for much of the province. We do have showers for Cape Breton Island. Prince Edward Island looking at 18 degrees, showers clearing, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. 9 degrees on Friday with periods of rain. A mix of sun and cloud on Saturday with a high of 19. Time now, 6:56.
It's Thursday, May 14th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Our top news headlines just ahead.
And the Moosehide campaign will talk about a walk across the country and in our region to work toward ending gender-based violence. That conversation and more coming up this half hour on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 7 o'clock. It's Thursday. The long weekend is so close I can reach for it. almost.
Yeah.
Almost taste it. You can almost feel it.
You can almost feel, well, gosh, and we're looking at this point anyway, really quite warm temperatures in parts of the region.
Exactly the key that you said, Crystal, as of right now.
Yeah, I know it can totally change, right?
Exactly. We are going to see those double digits in the 20s.
Come on.
Parts of the region. Yeah, for Saturday, Sunday, even Monday, Tuesday's forecast as of right now, high teens. Wow. Quite nice sunshine sticking around for much of the region. For today, though, temperatures are already starting to warm up and going to see those double-digit daytime highs, some in their 20s a little bit later on today.
Maybe
so
today's today's the day to line up for that propane for the barbecue, maybe.
Yeah.
Better get started, yeah.
Comment, this battleship is really great camouflage color. Like, that's just the perfect color for the water today.
Right?
Can't even see it.
Barely.
Is it there? Well, as you can see from our live eye in Halifax, a bit of a cloudy start to the day. 6 degrees currently. Also 6 degrees starting off your day in Sydney. 7 degrees right now in Moncton. 8 in Fredericton. Looking at 0 in Cartwright. 3 degrees over in St. Anthony. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. Now, Newfoundland and Labrador seeing lots of sunshine as precipitation has cleared out. We are going to see a bit of precipitation tracking across parts of all 3 maritime provinces, though. Early this morning, showers and or drizzle expected to clear out, leaving some sunny breaks into the afternoon. As of right now, we are seeing pretty light wind across all 3 maritime provinces, expected to pick up this afternoon. As of right now, sustained wind 22 kilometers per hour in North Cape. We're looking at 17 in Halifax, 15 in Sydney and St. John, New Brunswick, 13 in Edmonton and Yarmouth. Wind gust of 33 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Before campus construction was complete, the inaugural class of 30 students at Nova Scotia's newest medical school, they started last fall. The Cape Breton Medical Campus, or CBMC, is in partnership between Dalhousie Medical School and CBU. The province first announced the $58.9 million in spending in March of 2023 to develop the campus. Construction was originally expected to be completed last October. We will have more on the opening event, which is happening later this afternoon tonight on CTV News at 6. The province of New Brunswick has announced an ambitious goal, that is to increase mining opportunities in the province.
What we're trying to signal is that we want to be the leading jurisdiction in the country with respect to being agile, with respect to the development of critical minerals.
Now I'm dialoguing and having conversations with companies like Rio Tinto, Teck, BHP, things of that nature. And they're saying that New Brunswick is now finally on their map.
The province is replacing decades-old legislation with a new Mineral Resources Act. It's one the province says will streamline approvals for mining startups while at the same time strengthening environmental protections and collaboration with First Nations. Official opposition leader Glenn Savoy calls it another strategy with no results today. A PEI company that works with the aviation industry is getting a big boost from governments to expand and hire. MDS Coating Technologies in Summerside is getting $110 million from Ottawa and the province. The money will go towards a multi-million-dollar facility and equipment expansion. MDS works with commercial aviation and defense clients to supply advanced coating technologies. The Premier says this is the kind of industry the island wants to support.
Creating skilled jobs for islanders, including engineers, chemists, technicians, researchers developing advanced coating technologies for aviation and industrial applications. Their work's helping reduce emissions, improve efficiency, and extend the lifespan of critical equipment used all around the world.
The province is spending $55 million on the project, which includes a $45 million loan through Finance PEI. Nova Scotia has a new weapon to battle forest fires this summer. 4 fixed-wing water bombers and 1 coordination plane, also called the Bird Dog, are now based out of the airfield in Debert. The province's 1-year deal with New Brunswick-based Forest Protection Limited is worth $6.5 million.
Pilots are based here in Debert full-time. They're on a rotation, 15 days on and then 5 days off. And long-term, the intention is to have pilots from Nova Scotia. We do have pilots from Nova Scotia in our team, that they would be based here full-time.
We know that the forest fire situation we have, they're more intense, more unpredictable, and they're right now leased under a one-year contract. So that's the planes, the pilots, everything we need.
In addition to the 5 aircraft, fire crews are getting upgrades to their equipment to the tune of $12.8 million, which is being matched by the federal government. Forest fire season in the province runs from March until October. To the Q League now, the Moncton Wildcats have tied their final series with Chicoutimi.
Un but va être important. Le Lansbury va tirer le but. Les Wildcats prennent les devants 4-3 pour la première fois ce soir.
That's the winning goal that secured the 4-3 win for the Cats in Chicoutimi last night. In Game 4 action, Gabe Smith shined with 2 goals and 1 assist. Series now tied at 2-2. Game 5 is Friday night at 7 p.m. at the Avenir Centre. Finally, it is pothole season around here, and that means all hands on deck.
I work outside in the pouring rain when it's cold as ice, when I'm full of pain.
Yeah, no matter how big or how small, thankfully Diggers Cafe in Truro has the right equipment for the job. They shared this video to their Facebook page this week. As you can see, they put their remote controls to good use.
That is, like, putting in those stones like that, that's a great idea.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Diggers Cafe, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a new cafe over in Truro, so maybe something to check out. Maybe something to check out over the long weekend, too.
My son would love that.
Exactly.
Oh, would you really? And Mama get some coffee.
I'm intrigued.
Exactly.
It's a toy.
I am intrigued. I need to find out more about this Diggers Cafe.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what you could buy with $20,000?
Oh, that's
a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
A lot of coffee.
Maybe even one of those bigger, maybe not a big, maybe a used digger. I don't know, like the actual ones. We'll find out. I don't know. I'm not in the market for one at the moment. Let's talk about the contest. That I know all about. Wake up and win with CTV Your Morning. We can pay your bills with a massive $20,000. How to win? It's easy. Go to our contest page, ctvatlantic.ca, or scan the QR code you'll see in just a moment, along with today's code word, and it is prize. Prize. Just put the word prize in. It's very easy. You can enter today with this word, and then tomorrow we get a brand new word. Enter again. Good luck to you. We hope that you win the $20,000.
All right, we're going to have another break here. We are going to have your international news headlines, and Latavia will have another look at the forecast on this Thursday. A little bit of wet weather, but you were mentioning St. John's has some sunshine.
Yeah. Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, and a bird went by. That's good luck. Remember, I made that up. So if a bird goes by in the live bite, it's good luck. That's wonderful.
And if you see a spider on your screen, maybe you'll win $20,000.
And there you go. Wow, what a day. What a day.
Wow, you don't get many days like that. The full forecast coming up next.
Happy Thursday, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 7:12. We're taking a live look at a sunny, beautiful start to the day over in Lunenburg. 8 degrees as of right now. Temperatures expected to rise a little bit later on. We are going to see a warm-up headed our way as well. As of right now, it is 7 degrees in Halifax, 8 in Sydney and Charlottetown, as well as into Fredericton, 3 degrees over in Happy Valley Goose Bay, 4 degrees in Corner Brook. Over to our forecast timeline. Lots of sunshine has returned for Newfoundland and Labrador as well today. And then into the Maritime region, we are going to see a bit of a cloudy start to the day for parts of the Maritime region and a wet start to the day as well. We do have a chance of showers and or drizzle for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces. That will clear out, though, as we head towards this afternoon. Lots of sunshine returns for parts of the Maritimes, and we are going to see a coastal low make its way over into the overnight hours, so bringing showers, periods of rain back around for our forecast tonight into Friday, with a risk of thunderstorms as well. Something to keep in mind for a wet day ahead on Friday. If you're wondering about rainfall totals, we are going to see accumulation, especially across Nova Scotia today. Heaviest being in Port Hawkesbury at around 20 to 30 millimeters. And then for Newfoundland, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of precipitation. So for our forecast today for New Brunswick, as you can see here, daytime highs will be heating up around 13 to 20 degrees, being the warmest into Fredericton and Moncton. A chance of showers early on will clear out, leaving mainly cloudy skies, but a chance of showers will return into the evening. And then for Prince Edward Island, highs between 13 13 to 19 degrees today, being the warmest into Tignish. We are going to see showers clear out as well, leaving a mix of sun and cloud this afternoon. Wind picking up this afternoon as well, with wind gusts of 40. Fort Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs will range from 11 to 19 degrees. A mix of sun and cloud this afternoon. Rain arrives into the evening, wind gusts of 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, pretty much the same. Chance of showers and or drizzle early this morning for the Tri-County area. Will clear out if you do see any, though, leaving a mix of sun and cloud this morning, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, leaving cloudy skies. Showers arrive yet again into the evening. For Labrador City, looking at 13 degrees with mainly sunny skies and lots of sunshine for St. John's, Newfoundland, with a high of 14. Our forecast for Friday, going to be a wet start to the day. Into the afternoon, we start to see the system break down for the maritime region. Some sunshine returns for parts of New Brunswick. For Newfoundland and Labrador, so Labrador seeing sunshine, Newfoundland seeing precipitation, and that will stick around for Cape Breton Island into the afternoon. For Saturday's forecast, we are going to see sunshine. Temperatures really beginning to warm up for much of the region, but we do have a rain sticking around for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and parts of Newfoundland. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell.
It's time for your Campfire Conditions Report, brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends, and a significant change for the province of New Brunswick. The province is now closed to Category 1 fires and campfires, so no burning currently permitted in the province of New Brunswick. For the province of Nova Scotia, campfires and Category 1 fires are currently permitted between the hours of 2 p.m. to 8 a.m. And for the province of Prince Edward Island, campfires are currently allowed, and Category 1 domestic brush burning permitted between the hours of 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. Make sure you check in on your provincial regulations. These are valid until 2 p.m. on May 14th, and also check in on any municipal bylaws or restrictions that might be in place.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce the long-awaited clean electricity strategy today. The strategy, dubbed the National Electricity Agenda, will reveal a plan to double grid capacity by 2050. It would be the largest expansion of the national power grid in Canadian history. Critics say it's a step in the right direction, but a report by the Canadian Climate Institute suggests Canada could have to triple the size of that grid to reach emission goals. Canadian scientists have found a new missing piece in the puzzle of how autism works. It's based on a study involving thousands of families. CTV's Pauline Chan has more on what the findings could mean for early diagnosis and personalized care.
Scientists have known for decades that there was a genetic link to autism spectrum disorder.
Our previous studies looked at the protein coding genes of the genome. And now our novel discovery here actually found a long non-coding RNA.
It's found on the X chromosome, and it's associated with autism in males who carried small deletions in the gene.
We think about perhaps this new molecule we've identified as more of a dimmer switch.
And it's connected with what are the core behavioral traits associated with autism: difficulties with socializing, communicating, and repetitive behaviors.
Professor Shearer says the key to their discovery has been their ability to do whole genome sequencing for thousands of people.
Susan Cosgrove has 3 children, all on the spectrum. She says she's always believed in a genetic link, but this finding could be key in earlier and more reliable diagnosis.
It's still somebody's interpretation of your child's behavior, your child's features. If this was able to be diagnosed through a blood test, right, we wouldn't have to do that wait.
Now that we have cellular pathways identified, we can think about precision therapeutics for perhaps all people who have a diagnosis of autism. And that's why this is really a novel finding.
Newer technology is helping this type of research examine regions of the genome it could never study before. The researchers have been able to transfer these genetic alterations to mouse models to work towards someday developing targeted therapies for specific autism-related genes. Pauline Chan, CTV News, Toronto.
Thank you, Pauline. A quick break here. When we return, Crystal will have a conversation about the Moose Hide campaign and a walk later today to end gender-based violence. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back at 7:21. Now, people will gather in walks across the country today for a movement working to end gender-based violence. A big part of it is a little pin made of moose hide that's helped start millions of conversations about domestic violence. Here to tell us more about the Moose Hide campaign and Halifax's 3rd annual Walk to End Violence is the organizer of the Halifax event, Jacqueline Ouellette. Jacqueline, thank you for coming in this morning.
You're welcome.
So let's talk about the Moose Hide campaign. For anybody out there who's not familiar, tell us more about how this campaign works and what you hope to accomplish with it.
My goal is to have, across Nova Scotia, to have all First Nation communities and organizations participate on this day. Okay. We do a lot for unsolved, missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls and Two-Spirited. And I think that gender-based violence is directly equal to that. And I think that the Moosehead campaign, which is to teach your children the right way to treat your sister, your mother, your auntie, to learn how to not be abusive in relationships. So I would like to see them all participate on this day.
We're seeing images of the walks that have happened in the past. For the event today in Halifax, for example, how can you participate in it?
You just come down to the Grand Parade at noon. We will have a flag raising with the mayor, and then speaking notes by myself. And then we will just start the walk, hopefully with some hand drummers. And we'll walk down Argyle, down Sackville, along Barrington, down Salter, down the waterfront, up George, and back to the Grand Parade.
Well, hopefully you'll get, despite the weather, a wonderful turnout today, because there is power in numbers, seeing people, banded together, all in support of an important cause. This is an image of last year's event. It's really important that people come together, and it's people can come. You don't have to be from First Nations community. It
absolutely
really is open to everyone, all ages.
Absolutely, it is. We want to bring it into our community because we want to start the healing process. We want reconciliation, but it's open to everybody, because gender-based violence in Nova Scotia especially is an epidemic.
It is,
and we don't need statistics anymore. What we need is action. And the first year I held it, I had gotten an email from someone who said, "Why did you invite the police? They're one of the biggest offenders."
Right.
And we're not here to shame or blame, and we're not here to demonize men, because men can be victims as well.
Sure.
But you'll understand that there's not many men who are killed by their partner.
Well, all it's important in getting this, like having conversations, learning more information, right? Because there's power in that. We only have about 30 seconds left, but I didn't refer to the pin, the little moose hide pin that you're wearing that you beaded yourself. Explain the significance of that.
The beading, or just the pin?
The pin.
The pin is to start conversation and to show that you are a safe place for someone to come. And it's also to show your family that you are supporting, that you don't want the abuse. And there's all kinds of abuse. I mean, it goes back generations to, physical, mental, psychological, financial. It's not just, abuse that people see, but we have to start stepping in. We have to start taking action. We can't say that's none of my business anymore. So wearing this pin shows that you are a safe space, and that you believe that you can be the medicine that's needed to start the change and take action instead of making this an epidemic. Let's do it now.
Wonderful. Jacqueline, we really appreciate you coming in this morning. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you.
And we put more information about the Moose Hide campaign and the walk on our website. You can check that out now. But first, we'll check in with Latavia.
Thanks, Crystal. Taking another look at our 3-day forecast. New Brunswick, seasonal high of 17 degrees today. A chance of showers early this morning will clear, leaving mainly cloudy skies. We do have a chance of showers starting off the day on Friday. A mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. And then on Saturday, warming up to 23 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. For Nova Scotia, 16 degrees today. We do have sunshine, although we do have a chance of showers early this morning and a drizzle for the Tri-County area. That will clear out, though. We have showers across the province into the evening, a risk of thunderstorms, 11 degrees on Friday, periods of rain with a risk of thunderstorms yet again. And then 19 degrees on Saturday, sunshine for much of the province. We do have showers for Cape Breton Island. For Prince Edward Island, looking at 18 degrees, showers clearing, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Periods of rain on Friday with a high of 9, 19 on Saturday with a mix of sun and cloud.
Just ahead of half hour, our very own hostess with the mostest is back, Suzette Beliveau, here once again to share easy ideas using your favorite products from our partners at Crisp Brothers. She has your long weekend barbecue sides covered in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Welcome back. Can't wait for a chat with Suzette. Always great, really practical and easy recipes from Suzette Beliveau.
Easy.
And just a bunch of Crisp Brothers products were on sale last week at the grocery store. I stocked up.
Nice.
Made some split pea soup with some ham, although that's not what we're talking about today. But I'm just saying, super handy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you're like clearing out your patios too, getting ready maybe to host, do some real spring cleaning and spending some time outside this weekend.
Yeah, and many people will have barbecues to go to, so maybe you can get a fresh idea from Suzette about what to bring. In any case, that's the weekend. Right now, we're dealing with a whole other kettle of fish when it comes to weather.
Yeah, so it's cooler to start, but warmer than yesterday at least.
Yeah.
And we are going to see those temperatures begin to rise into the afternoon for our daytime highs, which is really nice. Some in the 20s today.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to see sunshine return too for parts of the region, even early this morning. Here's a live look at White Point, as you can see there. A bit cloudy starting off your day. We will continue to see clouds clear out, a bit more sunshine into the afternoon. As of right now, it is 6 degrees in your area. So over to our current temperatures, 7 degrees starting off your day in Halifax with 8 in Sydney, Charlottetown, and Fredericton, 7 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick, 3 degrees over in Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and 4 degrees in St. Anthony. Over to our satellite and radar. Sunshine starting off the day for much of Newfoundland and Labrador. Into this morning, we are going to see a bit of sunshine starting off the day for parts of the Maritime region, but we do have a bit of active weather as well. Showers and or drizzle expected for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces. Will clear, seeing that sunshine yet again. If you're wondering about our wind forecast, that's what I was trying to get at. It's going to become quite breezy into the afternoon, but as of right now, sustained wind 20 kilometers per hour in Halifax, 15 in Canso, as well as Moncton, Charlottetown, and Grand Etang, 13 in North Cape. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. New this morning, firefighters are responding to a house fire in Dartmouth. Smoke can be seen billowing out of this home and onto Mount Edward Road, which is just off Main Street. Now, at this hour, the fire is under control. It's believed the home is under renovation and is vacant. There are no reported injuries. There's no word this hour on how the fire started. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Before campus construction was complete, the inaugural class of 30 students at Nova Scotia's newest medical school, they started last August. The Cape Breton Medical Campus, also known as CBMC, is in partnership between Dalhousie Medical School and CBU. The province first announced the $58.9 million in spending in March 2023 to develop the campus. Construction was originally expected to be completed last October. The Premier is scheduled to attend the opening event this afternoon. A Nova Scotia man convicted of murdering 2 men years apart is appealing both verdicts. Adam Drake was found guilty of gunning down Tyler Kaiser in Halifax a decade ago. Yesterday, his lawyers argued the trial judge made errors and the case took too long to get through the courts.
The bird's eye view is that Mr. Drake's right to be tried within a reasonable time was not given proper priority by the Crown.
Drake is also appealing his conviction of killing rapper Pat Stay in 2022. He was not in court in person yesterday. The 3-member appeal court reserved its decision. On Prince Edward Island, the land's government is offering up to $3 million to oyster growers and processors who have suffered significant losses from MSX and Dermo. The program will cover interest costs on debt loans taken out before May 1st, losses of at least 30%. It is launching the Oyster Relief Wage Assistance Program to offset a portion of payroll costs connected to sorting and handling requirements. According to the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, MSX was first detected around Badek Bay 2 years ago. Neither it or dermo pose a risk to humans, but they can kill oysters and lead to lower growth rates. To the Q League now, the Moncton Wildcats have tied their final series with Chicoutimi.
Un but va être important. Le Lansbury va tirer le but. Les Wildcats prennent les devants 4-3 pour la première fois ce soir.
That's the winning goal that secured the 4-3 win for the Cats in Chicoutimi last night in Game 4 action. Gabe Smith shined with 2 goals and 1 assist. Series now tied at 2-2, and Game 5 is Friday night at 7 at the Avenir Centre. Well, if you've seen teenagers wearing swim goggles lately, they're probably playing a graduation game known as Senior Assassin. It involves water guns, been around for a while, but as CTV's Stephanie Seacos tells us, police are warning students to be cautious.
As the school year comes to an end, Dawn Cookson is getting ready to celebrate her son's graduation.
100% excited, yeah.
In the final weeks of senior year, students, including her son, have been making the most of their time with a game.
They're all into it, and it's kind of nice to see them off their computers and off the video games and stuff, and yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
The game is called Senior Assassin. It's played by graduating students who use water guns to eliminate assigned targets, also known as their fellow classmates.
But there's lots of rules around it. Can't do it during school hours, can't walk into somebody's house, so you're not invading privacy or anything like that, or boundaries. Not at a workplace. So I find a lot of the kids are just going out, going for walks more.
But the game has now come with a warning from police forces across the country, including here in the Maritimes.
Let's make sure we know that it's a water gun. So let's make it nice and bright and colorful, and it's very clear on what that is. We need to know that it is that, because if we get a call for service and there's a weapons complaint, we are going to respond accordingly.
The biggest message from police is about safety.
Think before you start, dodging through traffic. If you're jumping in a car, be cautious, be careful of where you're driving, where you're going.
Cookson says at the end of the day, it's great to see kids being kids again.
It's nice to see the seniors doing that, because really they're heading into university and they're going to get a big experience for what real life is like, and it's not all fun and games.
Stephanie Seacos, CTV News, Halifax.
Now watch out for the water guns. Regardless of that or not, probably lots of kids playing them out this weekend.
Absolutely. My daughter was a senior last year, and she even wore the goggles at home when we go out to the mall.
Really?
She didn't win, though. She didn't win. Okay, let's talk about students. They're actually doing some fun stuff in Maine. Students there got out of the classroom and into the water recently. The school's archaeology class took part in a decades-long tradition where they visit what's locally known as the Passy Wreck. So it's actually a shipwreck, and little is known about what was believed to have been going on with this ship. But when the tide is low, bits of the shipwreck are revealed. And so the students went and checked it out. They think that it was built in the late 1800s and abandoned in the early 1900s. Remnants of the shipwreck were fascinating to the kids. Some of them found little bits of pottery, little bits of brick. So they didn't get a lot of answers, but they had a great experience.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Getting out of the classroom, exploring.
Totally. And we always love shipwrecks around here. So we got to show that.
That's true. And we also want to know what's something, this is our Move Morning Chat. We're asking what's something you only do when you're home alone. Do you sing out loud? Do you finally let those dance moves go? So please send us a text at 10400. We would love to share your answers. And Latavia, I cut you off when we were talking about it.
As she often does. Amanda's favorite pastime.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just teasing you. Honestly, for me, what is it? I think having a good cry.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah, I'm a very, I don't like to show my emotion to people, and I love watching sappy romantic movies. I'll only do that when I'm alone, so I know that I can let those emotions flow. Or else you get that burning in your nose and your eyes hurting. It's like,
I know.
Don't cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a good ugly cry.
Exactly.
Just let it go.
Yeah, that's what I want, yeah. I have to do it in private.
Yeah.
Or Kyle will be like, babe, it's just a movie.
You're like, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Or they're going to remember
Let me
it.
feel my feelings.
Oh my God.
What about you, Crystal?
Okay, many of the things you guys do too. But one of the things I like to do when I'm like walking around, like on my power walk, you know, my fitness walk, is I'll be listening to kind of like pump up music, and I'll lip sync the words, but just like without singing, just pretending I'm on RuPaul's Drag Race on the lip sync for my life.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to see if I can like do it convincingly. It's also in the car. It's a great way to kill time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be really good.
Exaggerated lip and face movements, you know, gestures, whatnot.
Right?
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay, send us your text, 10400. We would love to hear from you. All right, coming up after the break, Latavia has the latest look at the forecast, and Suzette is back to tempt our taste buds. She's once again teamed up with our partners at Chris Brothers, and this time it's all about long weekend gatherings. That's coming up. Stay with us.
Yum.
Love good sandwich.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 7:43. We're taking a live look at Port de Grave. Beautiful sunny skies this morning. Sunshine will be sticking around into the afternoon. A bit breezy to start, though. Keep that in mind. Wind gusts of 50 will diminish into the afternoon. As of right now, it is 7 degrees in Halifax, 8 starting off your day in Sydney and Charlottetown, 7 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick, 3 degrees in Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and 5 in Gander. Over to our forecast timeline. Sunshine throughout Newfoundland and Labrador today. We do have a bit of sunshine early this morning for parts of the Maritime region, but also seeing some precipitation. Showers and or drizzle early this morning for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces. Expected to start to clear out this afternoon, seeing a bit more sunshine for parts of New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. Into this evening, though, we do have a coastal low that will make its way over. Showers, a risk of thunderstorms, periods of rain, so a wet day ahead for Friday for much of the Maritimes. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, we are going to see accumulation, especially across Nova Scotia. Heaviest being 20 to 30 millimeters expected for Port Hawkesbury, and only 2 to 5 millimeters expected for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will range from 13 to 20 degrees, being the warmest into Fredericton and Moncton. Showers starting off your day will clear out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. We do have showers arriving yet again into this evening. Prince Edward Island looking at highs between 13 to 19 degrees, being the warmest into Tignish. We do have showers early this morning, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Wind out of the south, 20 gusting to 40. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, a bit of shower activity early this morning. That will clear out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Rain arrives into the evening with a risk of thunderstorms, wind gusts of 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, looking at a chance of showers and or drizzle for the Tri-County area. Clearing out if you do see precipitation, leaving sunshine this morning. We do have increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, and then evening showers arrive yet again. For Labrador City, 13 degrees, mainly sunny skies and lots of sunshine across St. John's, Newfoundland as well, with a high of 14. Friday's forecast, we are going to see this system start to break down into the afternoon, leaving a bit of sunshine for northern New Brunswick. Other than that, though, a bit of a cloudy day ahead. For Labrador, looking at sunny skies as well, and then for Newfoundland, precipitation expected throughout your day. Saturday's forecast, we are going to see sunshine, a warm-up yet again for the long weekend, but we do have showers remaining for Cape Breton Island, parts of eastern Nova Scotia, and for Newfoundland. That's a look at your weather. I'm going to throw things over to Crystal and Suzette.
No, the showers have to leave Cape Breton Island. That's where I'm going to be probably this weekend. Anyway, 7:46, Suzette Belliveau is here with our long weekend food plan.
Like you mentioned, you're off to Cape Breton Island this weekend. I'm headed towards the Antigonish area. You're opening the cottage. You're going to the camp. You're having people over. Maybe we need easy meal ideas thanks to our friends at Chris Brothers.
Okay, take it away, Suzette.
Okay, Crystal, the first thing we're doing, check out this hunk of bread.
It's gorgeous.
We're going to make a huge sub, and I'm going to get you to help me do this.
Yay.
Now, the style is called a grinder sub, and that's with some meat, some cheese, and we get a nice sauce pre-made with some lettuce, some onions. So this here right away is mayo, some red wine vinegar, a bit of garlic, salt, and pepper. So let's start and get that. I'll get you.
Oh, you put this all together?
Yeah. So I'm going to get you to mix this up.
What?
Yep, that's your job right now.
Salad for your sub.
You
cool.
can mix that up,
this is my favorite
Crystal.
kind of tongs, by the way.
Yep, we'll get you to mix that up. While you're mixing it up, Crystal, I'm going to start to build our sub. I'm going to start with some cheese first. Now, traditionally, if you had a grinder sub, you would put the meat and cheese down, and then you would toast it first. But with the magic of TV, we're not going to do that. But look at this delicious meat. We're starting with a layer of pepperoni over our cheese, and the whole point of this is to really load it up. Now, I chose a French loaf because I thought, you know what, if you have people over, or perhaps you're cleaning up the cottage and you want a quick lunch meal, this will feed a flock. You could have the whole family having a nice lunch because we're going to have salad, we're going to make a dip, and we've already got a deli meat pasta salad ready too. So I'm adding a layer of ham now. How's that coming along?
I think it's just about there. Also, I did pick up that little piece that fell and ate it. This is delicious salad dressing. I want the recipe for this.
Hey, there you go. I will get that online. Now, I've got some salami here, topping it up. See how nice and loaded this is?
Totally, and that all came from the deli meat assorted package?
It all came from the deli meat assorted package. All this meat, one package. You can get it with pepperoni, salami, and ham, or I believe there's one that includes bologna, so whatever you like.
Oh my gosh,
so Crystal, before we make our next meal, load that up on here.
You put this on here?
Put it right on top, yep.
This is gonna be delicious. Oh, there we go, that's for me.
Yep, load it up, there we go.
Oh, you throwing it on? Okay. Not for me.
More to
oh my
you'll
God.
Get a piece, you'll get a piece.
This is so, it smells freaking amazing. Can I just put a little more? I like more on. There we go, boom.
And then later, oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh, so beautiful.
So as we move on from our sandwich, which we will enjoy later, we're gonna make a dip because people are getting snacky, they're getting hungry, Crystal. And if you're going to visit people, you don't wanna worry about taking your plate back, so put it in one of these tin foils.
Love it.
Okay, this is a turkey dip, a Chris Brothers turkey dip. We have sour cream and cream cheese in there already. We are going to throw in our pièce de résistance, the turkey.
Just the beautiful turkey, just cut up.
Deli turkey cut up. So we'll put that in there. You can start mixing it up.
Right.
We're going to add a few jalapenos for a bit of fun summer heat.
I was so excited hearing about the turkey that I didn't remind. What's the base of this? Is this cream cheese?
Cream cheese and sour cream.
Okay.
A little bit of bacon in there too for some flavor.
Wow, that smells great too.
And a little bit of garlic powder in there as well, Crystal.
Easy peasy.
We're going to bake this at 375 for 20-25 minutes, depending on your oven. We'll add some cheddar cheese in there too. I'll top it that up after. Yeah, what a feast.
So easy ingredients, and you know what? You could just like mix this up at home and then bring it.
Mix it up at home.
It's all done.
Bring it. Exactly. You just cover it with some tin foil so it stays nice and warm, because there's nothing worse than going to your guest home and saying, can I use your oven?
Yeah,
so you already have it done and ready to go. But so easy. Look how fast we put those meals together.
She's ready, people.
So when we come back, Crystal, we'll slice our sandwich. The dip will be ready, and I want you to try that pasta salad featuring ham and salami. Look at that. Great products from our partners. Yeah.
Great job, Suzette. Oh my gosh, fantastic.
Just like that, Chris Brothers in the house.
Bang, bang. We'll try this in a little bit, but right now we got to head over to Amanda, who is giving us health and medical news now.
Thanks, ladies. A hormonal condition affecting 1 in 8 women around the world just got a new name in hopes of improving care. It's one of the topics in Your Health. It's now called polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome instead of polycystic ovary syndrome. Researchers and supporters of the change said the old name, often shortened to PCOS, is inaccurate. The Endocrine Society says it reduced a complex hormonal or endocrine disorder to a misunderstanding about cysts and a focus on ovaries, contributing to misdiagnoses and inadequate treatment. So now, PCOS is called PMOS. The name change, made after 14 years of collaboration between experts and patients, was published in The Lancet on Tuesday. The condition is characterized by fluctuations in hormones that can affect weight, metabolic and mental health, the reproductive system, and the skin. No one knows exactly what causes the condition, but there's evidence that genetics and obesity play roles. Finally, scientists are supercharging patients' own immune cells to try to fight HIV without today's drugs. A small study is giving a hint that CAR T-cell therapy, already used for some cancers, might eventually work for HIV.
We think we've identified a very promising strategy in which we can sort of begin to think that maybe one day we will have not a cure maybe, but something that can be given and will work for, a few decades. 2 patients given a single dose of their revved up cells saw their HIV remain suppressed, one for nearly a year and the other for nearly 2 years. Researchers stress that larger and longer studies are needed to prove if it really works. The findings were presented Tuesday at a gene therapy meeting in Boston. Nearly 40 million people worldwide live with the virus that causes AIDS.
We have no no milestones to pass along for you today, but if you'd like to see previously aired milestones or find out how to submit one, visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder, milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance. All right, well, here's a story you don't hear every day. A cosmetics industry mogul is set to become an ordained Catholic priest.
Yep, the e.l.f. Cosmetics founder and stylist to the stars is now shining his light towards a different mission. He's ministering to souls. ABC's Hannah Battah has a story.
This little compact here will last you months.
20 years ago, Scott Borba built a cosmetics empire.
You can't obtain the look of beauty.
We ran around with the likes of, Paris Hilton and parties with Kardashians, and I was a poster boy for luxury living.
That luxury famously including giving actress Mila Kunis a $7,000 diamond facial for the 2011 Golden Globe Awards. By 2019, he would build his e.l.f. Cosmetics into an industry titan, presiding over a beauty empire worth an estimated $3 billion. But now, Borba admits that living life in the fast lane was distracting him from heeding the call to religious life he says he first heard at the age of 10, which he resisted for decades, until he tells Catholic wire service OSV News he was struck with a sudden sense of misery.
I asked our Lord to help me be the man that he created me to be. And upon that instance, I had this massive flood of love and mercy that came into my life.
Following his plea of contrition, Borba found his way to the seminary for the Diocese of Fresno, California, and gave his entire fortune away to charity.
I live in a little tiny room with it's sparse, nothing in it. My life has been culled down to the bare minimum.
Now, at the age of 52, after years of study at St. Patrick's Seminary in Menlo Park, California, Borba is just days away from being ordained as a Catholic priest. It's an unusual path within the Catholic Church. The average age for new priests is just 33 years old. One professor of theology says only 3% of his current class of seminarians is over 50.
I think that a story like his is a great opportunity to inspire people, and certainly his call, I hope it's genuinely successful, because if it is, then he will hopefully bring in people to know Christ.
And as for Borba, he says he has finally found his joy.
I have never been happier in my life. Once I started to reorient myself, recalibrate myself with God's help to the focus to him, the joy started coming.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
All right, we're going to take a look at our 3-day, but that currently is not the 3-day. So we're going to transition over, and I'll tell you about the 3-day forecast. Starting off in New Brunswick, it is a seasonal daytime high today of 17 degrees. We are going to start the day off with showers, but then into the afternoon, we are going to see a sunshine return for parts of the province, but for the most part, it's going to be mainly cloudy. There we go. On Friday, we're looking at scattered showers starting off the day, a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. And then on Saturday, warming right up to 23 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. For Nova Scotia, 16 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud with evening showers. 11 degrees on Friday. We do have periods of rain with a risk of thunderstorms. And then 19 on Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud, but we do have showers for Cape Breton Island. For Prince Edward Island, 18 degrees, showers will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Rain on Friday with a high of 9, warming back up 19 degrees on Saturday with a mix of sun and cloud.
It's Thursday, May 14th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, we'll have details on the official opening of the new Cape Breton Medical School campus at CBU. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And looking and feeling your best. We'll get some great suggestions that will help you have a wonderful summer season. That's coming up in this half hour of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning. We're so happy you can join us. And if you've ever missed any of our segments, you can always go to our website, ctvnewsatlantic.ca, for the latest videos. We have a YouTube page. We're on all the socials. And I may have to go back and watch one of the interviews that we did last week. We had Orkin on the show talking about springtime pests.
Yeah.
Dealing with a huge trail of ants in our house.
Yeah.
And it happens every spring, though I'm still always shocked when it does happen. It's incredible how you might see one 2 ants, and then they spread the word, and like the whole colony.
They start marching.
Yeah. They really start marching.
Did you see that photo that was going viral on
No.
Instagram about the ant's face close up?
No.
No.
Stuff of nightmares. Google
Really?
it. Yes, look it up. It's wild. I was like, this can't be real. That's scary.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy, maybe not.
Angry ants marching.
Maybe not before
In her case,
bed.
it's more than 2 by 2. They're coming in like 10 by 10.
Yeah,
rolling in.
They're having a great time. So luckily, I went to Kent to get some supplies to discourage them.
Oh yeah,
in the house.
I saw a mosquito last week, and I was like,
well, it is almost May 2-4 weekend.
That is true.
Wow.
May 2-4.
Wish I was spending my weekend in Bedeck. Always looking so beautiful.
I love Bedeck.
It is. It's gorgeous every day.
Water is like glass there
Indeed.
this morning.
No. It's always so beautiful over there. A bit of sunshine in behind those clouds early on. As of right now, it is 5 degrees in your area, so not too bad. We saw temperatures warm up into the overnight hours, carrying on into early this morning. Temperatures will rise even further this afternoon. As of right now, 7 degrees in Halifax, 8 in Charlottetown, as well as into Fredericton. -2 degrees starting off your day over in Labrador City, and 6 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. Sunshine has returned across much of Newfoundland and Labrador this morning. That will be sticking around into the afternoon for the Maritime region. A chance of showers and or drizzle early on for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces. Will clear, though, seeing sunshine for much of the region. And then for our current wind forecast, it is quite light starting off the day. It will continue to pick up into the afternoon. As of right now, sustained wind 20 kilometers per hour in Halifax. We're looking at 15 in Charlottetown, Moncton, Grandetang, and Canso, with no wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. New this morning, firefighters are responding to a house fire in Dartmouth. As you can see, heavy smoke was seen billowing outside of this home and onto Mount Edward Road. This is just off Main Street in Dartmouth. Now at this hour, the fire is under control. It's believed the home is under renovation and was vacant at the time.
Crews arrived this morning for the reports of some heavy smoke in the unit. They arrived, we had some smoke coming out with no visible flames. They quickly made entry. We did a quick knock on the fire, made sure there was an all clear. This home is under renovation, so there was no risk of anybody being inside.
And there are no reported injuries. There's no word on how the fire started. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Before campus construction was complete, the inaugural class of 30 students at Nova Scotia's newest medical school, they started last August. The Cape Breton Medical Campus, or CBMC, is in partnership between Dalhousie Medical School and CBU. The province first announced a $58.9 million in spending in March of 2023 to develop the campus. Construction was originally expected to be completed last October. The Premier is scheduled to attend the opening event later this afternoon. The province of New Brunswick has announced a new goal. It wants to become the gold standard in the country when it comes to mining opportunities.
What we're trying to signal is that we want to be the leading jurisdiction in the country with respect to being agile, with respect to the development of critical minerals.
Now I'm dialoguing and having conversations with companies like Rio Tinto, Teck, BHP, things of that nature. And they're saying that New Brunswick is now finally on their map.
The province is replacing decades-old legislation with the new Mineral Resources Act. It's one the province says will streamline approvals for mining startups, while at the same time strengthening environmental protections and collaboration with First Nations. Official opposition leader Glenn Savoy calls it another strategy with no results today. Nova Scotia has a new weapon to battle forest fires this summer. 4 fixed-wing water bombers and 1 coordination plane, also called the Bird Dog, are now based out of the airfield in Debert. The province's 1-year deal with New Brunswick-based Forest Protection Limited is worth $6.5 million.
Pilots are based here in Debert full-time. They're on a rotation, 15 days on and then 5 days off. And long-term, the intention is to have pilots from Nova Scotia. We do have pilots from Nova Scotia in our team, that they would be based here full-time.
We know that the forest fire situation we have, they're more intense, more unpredictable, and they're right now leased under a one-year contract. So that's the planes, the pilots, everything we need.
In addition to the 5 aircraft, fire crews are getting upgrades to their equipment to the tune of $12.8 million, which is being matched by the federal government. Forest fire season in Nova Scotia runs from March until October. People in Salisbury, New Brunswick will be saving some money on groceries by the weekend. A supermarket will reopen on Friday in the town. The previous store, you'll remember, was destroyed by fire last fall, forcing residents to buy food in other communities. The owner says the store was rebuilt in record time in the same location, and he can't wait to welcome his regulars back.
They've gone without now for 8.5 months. The convenience of having their own local grocery store means a lot to these folks. I feel when you look at it, it's not only a grocery store, it's a place to meet. You've seen a lot of people spending time in the aisles, chit-chatting. It's far more than a grocery store.
The new store will be bigger with a new look and more options for customers, and the doors swing open tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., 24 hours from now. To Q League action now, the Moncton Wildcats have tied their final series with Chicoutimi.
Un but va être important. Le Lansbury va tirer le but. Les Wildcats prennent les devants 4-3 pour la première fois ce soir.
That's the winning goal that secured the 4-3 win for the Cats in Chicoutimi last night in Game 4 action. Gabe Smith shined with 2 goals and 1 assist. Series now tied at 2-2. Game 5 is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Avenir Center. Finally, stateside, U.S. Naval Academy students, they really ascended beyond a very slippery rite of passage. Take a look. So every year, the freshman class, they strip down and they work together to climb a greased obelisk and place a hat on the top. This is a tradition for them every year, and they're very excited to do it.
Oh, to be young. So they get to climb up on top of each other.
Yes, and it's very greasy, that obelisk that they have to climb, but as you can see, they are pumped. They are ready to go.
There's a lot so much energy at this age.
Fired up. Yeah, they don't have newborns to deal with where, you know, they're exhausted.
No.
Yeah,
they don't take Advil for their
They do not.
back pain.
Wow, it looks like quite the time.
I know.
You will need that Advil later for that back pain because of what you did back then.
You're going to be brave. Like, oh, I hope someone
climbed that
catches
tower. Yeah, I got back pain.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Made it to the top, though.
That's wild. I did not expect that.
I know.
Thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
All right, we got a fantastic contest about, you know, maybe you can get your own obelisk, you know, installed in your yard. Wake up and win with CTV Your Morning. We can pay your bills with a massive $20,000. Just imagine what you could do with that money. Gosh, so many possibilities. To enter, head to the contest page at ctvatlantic.ca or scan the QR code you'll see in just a moment. You'll also see a code word. Today it's prize. Enter that along with a little bit of info, and you're entered to win today for the Your Morning $20,000 contest. We'd love to pay your bills. Enter today, and you can enter again tomorrow with a fresh word.
And stick around, too. We have another 50 minutes left of the show. We will speak with a former Canadian military intelligence officer to find out what it was really like to be a spy. But next, it's the forecast with Latavia.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 8:12. We're taking a live look at St. John, New Brunswick. 8 degrees starting off your day. A bit of a cloudy start to the day, and we do have a chance of showers early this morning. Here's a look at our current temperatures. As you can see here, it is warmer than yesterday morning. Temperatures expected to rise even further this afternoon for our daytime highs, some reaching above seasonal today. As of right now, it is 9 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton as well as into Charlottetown, 8 degrees in Sydney and Halifax as well as into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. Sunshine has returned across Newfoundland and Labrador today. And then into the Maritime region, a bit of a cloudier start to the day, although we do have some sunshine early this morning. We are also seeing a chance of showers and or drizzle early this morning for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces. But that is expected to clear out this afternoon, seeing a bit more sunshine return to the Maritime region. We do have a coastal low making its way over this evening, bringing showers, a risk of thunderstorms, and periods of rain back around for much of the Maritimes. That will be into our our forecast for Friday. A wet day is ahead. If you're wondering about rainfall totals at this time, only seeing accumulation across much of Nova Scotia. Heaviest being Port Hawkesbury at around 20 to 30 millimeters, and only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will be heating up around 13 to 20 degrees, being the warmest into Miramichi and Moncton. A chance of showers early this morning, clearing, leaving mainly cloudy skies, but showers arrive yet again into the evening. Prince Edward Island, highs between 13 to 19 degrees. We do have showers starting off your day. Will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud until the mid to late afternoon. Wind gusts of 40 kilometers per hour. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, sunshine to start your day, although we do have a chance of showers as well early this morning for parts of eastern Nova Scotia. Will clear as well, seeing that sunshine into the afternoon, but we do have rain into the evening and a risk of thunderstorms. For the rest of Nova Scotia, highs between 15 to 19 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud. We do have a chance of showers, periods of drizzle early this morning for the Tri-County area. That will clear as well, but we will be seeing increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, and then showers arrive yet again in the evening. For Labrador City, 13 degrees, mainly sunny skies throughout your day, and lots of sunshine for St. John's, Newfoundland as well, with a high of 13. Friday's forecast, we start to see this system break down for the Maritime region into the afternoon, seeing a bit more sunshine for parts of central and northern New Brunswick. For Labrador, sunshine remains throughout the day, and then for Newfoundland, we are going to see wet weather continue into the afternoon, and then into the evening, much of the same. Newfoundland staying remaining wet throughout the evening hours. That takes us into Saturday morning. Another low pressure system moves in, bringing showers for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and for Newfoundland, but for the most part, seeing sunshine and temperatures really beginning to warm up this weekend. That's a look at your weather. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce the long-awaited clean electricity strategy today. The strategy, dubbed the National Electricity Agenda, will reveal a plan to double grid capacity by 2050. It will be the largest expansion of the national power grid in Canadian history. Critics say it's a step in the right direction, but a report by the Canadian Climate Institute suggests Canada could have to triple the size of that grid to reach emission goals. U.S. President Donald Trump met with the president of China overnight. Officials say the topics on the agenda include everything from Iran to trade to artificial intelligence. ABC's Lionel Moise has more.
An elaborate welcome for President Trump kicking off his long-awaited summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Xi opening the summit saying the U.S. and China have more common interests than differences.
It's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before.
But during their closed-door meeting, a warning. State media reports Xi warned Trump that disagreements over Taiwan, which Beijing claims as part of its territory, could bring the two countries into conflict, saying handled well, the two countries can maintain stability. If handled poorly, the two countries will collide or even clash, putting the entire U.S.-China relationship in an extremely dangerous situation. The two leaders also visiting a temple.
Great place. Incredible. China's beautiful.
Did you talk about Taiwan, Mr. President? Posing for pictures, but ignoring questions about whether they discussed Taiwan. A state banquet is also planned for today. This as the war with Iran looms over the visit. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. will try to persuade China to play a more active role in getting Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
It's in their interest to resolve this. Economies are melting down because of this crisis in the Straits. They're going to be buying less Chinese product, and the Chinese exports are going to drop precipitously.
But analysts say China will likely be in no rush to help.
They really see this as America's problem to solve, and they can afford to wait this out as they built up their energy reserves.
China is the biggest buyer of Iranian oil. The Washington Post reports a U.S. intelligence assessment finds that China is gaining a major strategic edge over the U.S. because of the war. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Back here in Canada, shoppers in Ontario may have noticed a new option in the dairy aisle, 6% milk. It came to market last month. AgroPure, the parent company of Seal Test, says there's been growing interest in higher fat milk options, especially in South Asian communities. That said, Health Canada's recommendations have not changed. It recommends 3.25% homogenized milk for babies from 12 to 24 months old and lower fat options for everyone else. An incredible image captured on a trail cam in Banff National Park is being used to remind visitors to leave wildlife alone. The photo shows a grizzly bear snacking on a fish. The park posted the shot on their Facebook account to remind visitors to stick to the rules when it comes to wildlife that are feeding. That means staying 10 bus lengths away from bears, wolves, cougars, and coyotes. Good to know if you're visiting there. A quick break here on Your Morning Atlantic. We will be right back. Please stay with us. We'll have a taste test too coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Spring and summer are some of the busiest and most exciting times of the year, filled with travel, celebrations, and time with family and friends. But it is often the small everyday disruptions that can take you out of those moments. Our partner, lifestyle contributor Nikki Anastasakis and community pharmacist Peter Gao are joining us to share products that can help us enjoy the warmer months feeling our best. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
It's an absolute pleasure. So, Nikki, can you tell us about the consumer health company that has been offering the best tips and products as of late?
Yes, that is Haleon. We have a number of tips and a selection of products from the leading consumer health company, Haleon, to help you get well, stay well, and enjoy every moment this summer. Their platform, the getwellstaywell.ca, has a health information and cost-saving coupons, which you could visit. But first, I want to get right to the products.
Absolutely. I'm definitely going to check it out. So when it comes to your smile, keeping it bright and healthy, what is a product that you are recommending?
Yeah, Sensodyne Clinical White. This is product number 1. Helps you feel more confident in your smile for photos, celebrations, vacations, and all the moments that make summer memorable. It is perfect for coffee lovers or red wine enthusiasts. You want a brighter smile without that sensitivity twinge, right, Peter?
Yeah, and what's nice about Clinical White is that it's safe for your enamel. It's clinically proven to get teeth 2 shades whiter. And of course, because it's Sensodyne, it also provides that 24/7 sensitivity protection.
I definitely love that brand. It always keeps my smile nice and shiny and healthy as well. So a lot of us obviously are juggling busy lifestyles these days. What's a great multivitamin that you can recommend?
Yeah, so as we spend more time out and about this summer, a great multivitamin that supports your overall health can help you keep up with everything the season brings. That is Centrum. They have a line of complete daily multivitamins formulated with essential micronutrients to support the whole body health and wellness designed for specific life stages. Peter, tell us a little bit about the 50+ option.
Yeah, so the newly reformulated Centrum Adult 50+ is clinically shown to support memory and brain health. It's a complete formula that also supports things like immune health, energy metabolism, and bone strength. And Centrum is Canada's #1 doctor and pharmacist recommended multivitamin brand.
I definitely hear great things about it, so I'm going to check it out. When it comes to headaches, though, this is something that I deal with. And when life gets busy, when a headache strikes, it can be quite hard to get anything done. So, Peter, what do you recommend for relief?
Yeah, definitely headaches can derail a day. We see that all the time. New to the market is Advil Migraine and Headache, which is indicated specifically to relieve your tough migraine pain. And not only that, it relieves associated symptoms like nausea and sensitivity to light and sound. And because it's a fast-acting liquid gel, it's designed to help deliver earlier relief in a migraine attack. So I always tell patients to take it as soon as you feel it coming on, whether that's through visual disturbances or that sensitivity to lights or sounds. And catching it early can make a huge difference.
Exactly. Yeah. Headaches and migraines can strike at the worst time. They impact your plans, whether you are making travel plans, summer gatherings, outdoor activities. The key is having fast, effective relief on hand so the migraine doesn't cause you to miss out on moments that matter most.
Absolutely. And there's something else that can put kind of a damper on your plans or a day out is heartburn. So what do you suggest when combating that?
Totally, yeah. Again, with spring and summer comes barbecues, patios, and entertaining. Don't let heartburn or an upset stomach disrupt your enjoyment. With the right relief on hand, you can enjoy your favorite foods, with Tums being Canada's #1 trusted heartburn relief brand, voted by Canadians.
And they're available in a number of different formulations. So Tums Chewy Bites is a nice option for those that expect the same fast, effective relief from Tums, but in a more enjoyable, chewy format. And for those dealing with both heartburn and bloating, Tums Tree Bites is also available in a formula that helps with both heartburn and gas relief.
Amazing. Well, thank you both so much for your time today.
Thank you. We're so excited. You guys can visit the getwellstaywell.ca platform. You know, self-care, it's an important role in helping people feel their best, look their best, do their everyday health and wellness. So visit their site to learn more and get some coupons.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're back in the kitchen. Suzanne, let's taste what you've made.
Oh, it smells good in here. All right, Crystal, I got our turkey dip out of the oven. It smells amazing. But let me start to plate you some of this salad I made. So let me tell you what's in this.
Yeah.
So I have, as you can see right over there, the Chris Brothers ham and salami all sliced up in this Italian pasta salad. We have roasted red peppers, cherry tomatoes, mozzarella, some basil.
It looks great.
Oh my goodness, lots of goodies, lots of goodies. There you go. That is a hearty
salad. I love it, like an Italian antipasto type salad. But this sandwich is
We've got the sandwich. This
gorgeous.
is the beef, and of course our turkey hot dip, which is great. And that's what I love about this is if you can make your dip in something that you don't have to worry about bringing back home with you. If you bring this to someone's home,
so smart,
so easy. But it's great. You can get Chris Brothers products wherever you purchase your groceries in Atlantic Canada.
Well, you try some too. This is good. Okay,
I know. I've been eyeing up this.
The dip is great. It's cheesy on the top, and then that's really soft and yummy on the bottom.
Ooh, yummy.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
Everything so easy to make. Look how fast we made this morning.
Chris Brothers is my new go-to for sure. My fridge has got stuff in it right now. Okay, this is delicious.
I'm going to have some salad too. Yeah, well, I'm going to get into this salad as well.
This dressing.
Eat it.
Definitely put this on our website because it's delicious. Okay, this is great. I'm going to chew this during the break. We were taking a quick one. We'll be back right after this. Oh my gosh, is that you've done it again?
Look at this. Yum.
Delicious.
I haven't tried the dressing yet. It's good, eh?
Oh my God.
Still ahead, intelligence operator 230 will chat with a former Canadian spy about his new memoir, Serving His Country, and how real-life espionage differs from what we see in the movies. That's just ahead on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:31. It is Thursday. We're nearing the end of the work week.
I know.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
It's shocking this week is slow by.
Is.
You know what? Something I kind of wish that Suzette Belliveau was my mom. Because she makes this delicious food. I'd love to be able to come home and she'd be like, honey, I made you a little sandwich and pasta salad.
I know.
It's oh my gosh, her stuff is always so good and it's so easy.
We're lucky to have her as a colleague, truly, and as a friend, because she's just a wonderful person.
She is wonderful.
Who can do it all.
Yeah, she really is. Anyway.
And she feeds us so well.
She does feed us well. And those recipes will be on the website. Okay, this is the long weekend. A lot of people have plans.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. It's going to be nice weather for the most part.
Glad to hear
a bit of shower activity into the weekend for parts of the region, but for the most part, seeing this big warm-up taking place. And starting off today into the afternoon, we will be seeing some temperatures into the 20s, but we are going to see a cool down on Friday before it warms back up for the long weekend. Here's a live look at Truro. Sunshine in behind those clouds. We are going to see temperatures continue to rise. As of right now, already beginning to rise. It is 7 degrees over in Truro as of right now. 8 degrees starting off your day in Halifax as well as into Sydney. 9 in Charlottetown and Fredericton. 2 degrees in Cartwright and 6 degrees over in Gander. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. We do have showers and or drizzle early this morning for parts of all 3 maritime provinces. Expected to clear out, though, leaving some sunshine into the afternoon. Newfoundland, Labrador, seeing that precipitation clear out and seeing sunny skies throughout the day today. In terms of the wind, starting off light will become breezy into the afternoon. As of right now, we're looking at 19 kilometers per hour in St. John, New Brunswick and in Canso, 17 in Halifax, 15 in Truro, 11 in Sydney and Bathurst. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take one last look at your forecast just ahead, but first, one last look at your local news with Amanda.
And new this morning, firefighters responding to a house fire in Dartmouth this hour. Heavy smoke can be seen billowing out of the home and onto Mount Edward Road. This is just off Main Street in Dartmouth. Now at this hour, the fire is under control. It's believed the home is under renovation and is vacant.
Crews arrived this morning for the reports of some heavy smoke in the unit. They arrived. We had some smoke coming out with no visible flames. They quickly made entry. We did a quick knock on the fire, made sure there was an all clear. This home is under renovation, so there was no risk of anybody being inside.
Also, no reported injuries. There is no word on how the fire started. Today marks the official opening of the new medical school campus at Cape Breton University. Before campus construction was complete, the inaugural class of 30 students at Nova Scotia's newest medical school, they started last August. The Cape Breton Medical Campus, or CBMC, is in partnership between Dalhousie Medical School and CBU. The province first announced the $58.9 million in spending back in March 2023 to develop the campus. Construction was originally expected to be completed last October. The Premier is scheduled to attend the opening event, which is scheduled for this afternoon. A Nova Scotia man convicted of murdering two men years apart is appealing both verdicts. Adam Drake was found guilty of gunning down Tyler Kaiser in Halifax a decade ago. Yesterday, his lawyers argued the trial judge made errors and the case took too long to get through the courts.
The bird's eye view is that Mr. Drake's right to be tried within a reasonable time was not given proper priority by the Crown.
Drake is also appealing his conviction of killing rapper Pat Stay in 2022. He was not in court in person yesterday. The three-member appeal court reserved its decision. The rising cost of jet fuel is forcing Canadian carriers to cancel some foreign flights. So what about all those direct routes from Halifax? CTV's Vanessa Wright looked into it.
It started with one, then quickly turned into dozens of international flights canceled from Canada.
It's a real deterrent to travel, particularly since most of us Canadians are not going to the U.S. by car anymore, so we're taking flights.
But even some U.S. flights are being scrapped. Air Canada recently cut service from Canadian airports to 4 seasonal routes to Austin, Sacramento, and Charleston, South Carolina, just last week as a result of surging fuel prices.
We're seeing canceled flights and changes. However, they are operational and domestic or regional, not international. So for now, Atlantic Canadians remain unaffected when it comes to international cancellations due to fuel prices.
That's been proven true at Halifax's International Airport.
Right now, we've seen minimal impact to scheduled service for our summer, and those have primarily affected one domestic route as well as one U.S. route.
Though it's good news for maritime travelers, it's brought on a renewed interest in having more direct international flights.
Because I live near Halifax in French Island, and I would like to go to France more easier.
Vanessa Wright, CTV News.
Thank you, Vanessa. To Q-League action now. The Moncton Wildcats have tied their final series with Chicoutimi.
Un but va être important. Le Lansbury va donner le tir et le but. Les Wildcats prennent les devants 4-3 pour la première fois ce soir.
That's the winning goal that secured the 4-3 win for the Cats in Chicoutimi last night. In Game 4 action, Gabe Smith really a standout with 2 goals and 1 assist. Now the series is tied at 2-2. Game 5 is Friday night at 7 at the Avenir Centre. Finally, we have an update on a one-of-a-kind catch for a Nova Scotia lobster fisherman that was made the other day. Annette Wagner tells us her son Jamie found this in one of his traps on Tuesday. The 2-colored crustacean is said to be quite rare, about 1 in 50 million, so very unlikely that he'll find another. Now, I had shared this photo a little earlier, and we had many questions, right? So I reached out to Annette, and Annette is so quick, she just emailed me back.
Amazing.
So I've got my phone here. She says Blue Rocks, which is in Lunenburg. Oh my gosh, I love Blue Rocks. You have to go if you've never been there. I've stayed at a cabin there. It was amazing. And she says her son fishes in Stonehurst. Okay. That's about 4 miles away. And she says he has the lobster saved as he plans to donate it to the Lunenburg Fisheries Museum if they will.
So then you could see it.
Yeah, if they will accept it. She said, you know, it's pretty amazing how the lobster came to be. Their research is really interesting. You know that live eye we always see of Lunenburg?
Yeah.
Just to the right off of it, that's the Fishery Museum, which is amazing.
Oh,
It's a great spot.
And it's a good souvenir shop too, actually, if you want any nautical stuff or stuff from around here. So Annette, I'm so happy that you were so quick on your
Thank you so
emails.
much for answering our questions.
Yeah.
And if you're watching right now, Annette, if the Lunenburg Museum doesn't want to accept the lobster, call up the Back to the Sea Society in Dartmouth. They'll take it.
There you go.
It'll be educational, and they'll release him back in him or her back in the water at the end of the season. Okay, if you love great tunes from the past, head over to the Sanctuary Arts Center in Dartmouth this Friday evening for Echoes from the Canyon. Beach Boys, the Mamas and the Papas, and more. The music and magic of Laurel Canyon starts 8 p.m. Friday. Doors open at 7:30. Get your tickets through the Sanctuary Arts Center website. Be a good old sing-along. Good times.
Love it. Bringing the vibes. All right, we're going to talk about some other events taking place with our community calendar. So starting off, we're going to talk about celebrating spring at the Blossom Grove Tulip Festival this weekend. This will be from May 17th until June 7th. You can enjoy a family-friendly festival featuring 18,000 tulips in bloom.
Whoa.
That's so cool. There will be so much more to do. There will be educational displays, petting farm, family games, souvenirs, and so much more. For additional details, check out their website. And there will be a garden market and bake sale in Stratford this weekend, Saturday, May 16th from 9 a.m. until 1. You can come out and explore outdoor and indoor plants, gardening products, get gardening advice. There will be a shop with tasty baked goods, puzzles, and there will be a raffle. And there is also the Keller Williams Red Day. It heads to Windsor today. So the Renew, Energize, and Donate annual event held on every second week of May is a global day of service where KW associates pause business to volunteer within communities. Today they are teaming up with the Veterans Farm Project from 9 a.m. until 4 to help them prep their grounds for the upcoming gardening season. If you'd like to join them and be a volunteer, visit the website on your screen.
Perfect.
I know so much taking place, and if you do have an event taking place, send us the details. We'd love to promote it. Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca.
And something else you could do this weekend, too. Read a good book.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming up, Intelligence Operator 230, we will sit down with author Mike Fournier about his new memoir and what it was like to be a real-life spy in the service of Canada. That's coming up.
Welcome back and happy Thursday. The time now is 8:43. We're taking a live look at Antigonish, mainly cloudy skies early this morning. As of right now, it is 10 degrees in your area. Temperatures are starting to rise, and we are going to see pretty warm daytime highs for parts of Atlantic Canada into the afternoon. 8 degrees right now in Halifax with 8 in Sydney, 9 degrees in Charlottetown, 9 also starting off your day in Fredericton, 2 degrees right now in Labrador City, and 6 degrees over in Gander. Here's a look at our forecast timeline. We've seen precipitation clear out for both Newfoundland and Labrador. Lots of sunshine sticking around throughout your day today. For the Maritime region, a chance of showers and or drizzle expected for parts of all 3 Maritime provinces early this morning. That will clear out as well as some cloud coverage, leaving some sunshine into the afternoon. But then into this evening, we do have a coastal low making its way over, bringing showers, a risk of thunderstorms, and periods of rain into tonight. That will carry into our forecast for Friday. It's going to be quite a wet start to the day. So if you're wondering about rainfall totals, looking at around 20 to 30 millimeters being the heaviest into Port Hawkesbury, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for additional precipitation for parts of Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will be heating up around 13 to 20 degrees, being the warmest into Miramichi and Moncton. A chance of showers starting off the day, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies, but showers return into the evening. Prince Edward Island looking at a chance of showers as well early this morning, clearing, leaving some sunny breaks into the afternoon. Highs will range from 13 to 19 and wind gusts picking up to 40. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, also seeing a bit of precipitation early on. That will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Rain arrives into the evening with a risk of thunderstorms and daytime highs between 11 and 19. Wind gusts picking up to 40 this afternoon. For the rest of Nova Scotia, highs will range from 15 to 19 degrees, being the warmest into Digby and Middleton. We do have a bit of shower activity for the southwestern region of the province. That will clear, leaving sunshine, then increasing cloudiness this afternoon. So cloudy skies and then evening showers. For Labrador City, lots of sunshine today with a high of 13 and 13 degrees as well for St. John's, Newfoundland, and sunny skies remain as well, Crystal.
So much, Latavia. It is almost 8:46. Now, when most of us think of a spy, we probably think of James Bond or Jason Bourne or some other fictional Hollywood character who drives fast cars and maybe uses cool gadgets. Our next guest is here to share the real-life side of intelligence officers, a role he had for many years. Retired warrant officer Mike Fournier was a founding member of the modern Canadian Forces Intelligence Branch and served both behind the Iron Curtain during the Cold War and later in Afghanistan as an intelligence analyst. Now, Mike has written his memoir, Intelligence Operator 230, and he joins us this morning. Mike, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You're not wearing a tuxedo, so there goes that myth out the window.
Yeah, no martini.
No, shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Do you ever drink martinis?
Once.
Once, and
yeah,
yeah,
that was it.
That was the one time. Okay, there you go. So really, why did you decide to capture your experiences in a book?
It started off with I needed to put down, my story, I guess, and because of my PTSD, I had to kind of put it out, and so it evolved into a very large manuscript, and then I thought, well, yeah, I could probably make a book out of this, and I shortened it. I cut out a lot, so I shortened it to this size here, and went from there.
Well, that's a wonderful thing, because when you have all that information, what you've distilled into the book is the best, juiciest stuff. So how does life as being a real spy compared to what we see in the movies?
It's certainly not the same, not in any imagination. It's quite straightforward. It's everyday sort of job. You have a task, you plan for the task, and then you go out and, when I was in Poland, you went out and executed the task. And that was usually to collect information that we were asked to go and get, and I went out with my NATO partner, and we did that. Sometimes the trips were 1 day, 2 days.
Well, I need to read this book because I'm already interested. What does getting information mean? Like, would you go to the local public library and check out a book, or would you go talk to people?
Nope, you go in places you're not supposed to be. There's a lot of installations that were there with the Soviets, military and installations, and the Polish, we were Warsaw Pact at the time. And we had to go on and upgrade and update our files. We had target files, and we had to update them. So we were tasked, and we would go out and update these files by going on installations. And
well, what does that mean, go on an installation?
Like, for example, one time I was tasked to go on to verify that a small airfield was there. It's one of those very short airfields, and it hadn't been visited in about 5 years, so I was tasked to go and update it. So I went there, and at the entrance of the door was a sign in Polish that said, "No trespassing on pain of death." And I had done my imagery already, and I left my NATO partner to go in, and he came out, and I took pictures. What's that for? Well, that's for the report. I got to tell all the other, NATO people going to these installations what to expect. And it was a sentinel tower just across the field. And he says, "What does it say?" I said, "No trespassing on pain of death." His face went white. What? So we saw a silhouette in the tower, and we buggered out of there.
Wow, so, yeah, for sure. No, I'm sure. How dangerous is the work that you were doing?
I mean, generally, the only thing that was of danger is, getting caught or even having a car accident. Yeah. But there was a few times where you go on a place and someone notices you and shouts, and they have, an AK-47, and they level it at you, and you boot it out of there. Yeah.
Definitely. Is there anything from your experience that Hollywood gets right about espionage?
I mean, the books are exciting, Lucari and all that. The one show that I thought was extremely well done was The Americans.
Okay.
That was a very good show where you had people trying to blackmail other folks to help them out with information and so on. A trap and give up information. In fact, when I was in Poland, that was attempted on me. And I'm going to tell you, it's pretty scary to have that. You recognize it and you go, oh no, I can't believe this. And you got to go and tell your colonel, this is what's happening. You know. Yeah.
I'm sure that there's so much to it, and every day would be kind of unpredictable. What do you want people to get from reading your book?
I've had a lot of feedback from a lot of military folks that have read it already, and some civilians, friends of mine that have read it. One of my old commanding officers had read it, and he felt that this book would be very helpful to other veterans because I say so much about my PTSD and you know, the things that I did in my military career that are relatable to other veterans, that they'll read it and relate to it. Okay. So I'm hoping they get something out of it, and you know, hopefully someone writes a book too about their experience.
Yes, for sure. We're looking at some pictures from back in the day. Maybe tell us what's going on in some of these pictures.
Well, that was my basic intelligence course. We were on a command post exercise, and we were, you know, monitoring the enemy on exercise, and so that was it. And we would pass on the information. This one is in our pre-deployment training in Wainwright before we went to Afghanistan. And that was my vehicle in the back that I commanded. That was the ACE, we called it. It was the command element, advanced command element for the commander.
Fascinating. We're out of time, Mike.
Yeah.
We're going to have to read this in your book now because we're out of time. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you very much.
We put more information about how to get Mike's book and information about, you know, more details on our website. We're going to take a little break. It's 8:52. We'll be back to wrap up the show after this.
Welcome back. We were just saying we could never be spies. Ever.
It'd be hard to keep the poker face.
It would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I wasn't there.
That makes me think you were.
Yeah, like she was fired the next day.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Well, maybe you pretend to be a spy when you're home alone. Who knows? That was the focus of the Moon Morning Chat this morning. We were asking about what's something that you do when you're all by yourself at home. And Candace from Cape Breton, she goes, nothing embarrassing about some Phantom. Because I say I like to blast Phantom of the Opera. For me, it's Les Mis, specifically the 10th anniversary concert edition in London, that or Into the Woods original Broadway cast. Candace.
Into the Woods or Hairspray gets me every time.
Hairspray.
It sounds like you and Candace should hang out.
Do you know what? I feel a connection with Candace. I'm not gonna lie. She likes musicals. She likes running. Like, Candace, are you running in the Blue Nose this weekend? Do please say hi. Okay. And then also we have Valerie from Glace Bay. When I'm home alone, I like to relax with a cup of tea, and I watch the Hallmark Channel and maybe have some of the chocolate that I keep hidden away.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
Yum.
Yeah, you have to have a
Hallmark
secret
films.
stash. Oh, it's so true. They're getting into the fall themed films
Are
too.
they already? They have a couple summer ones too, every now and then.
Right, not already with the fall ones, but just the previous season I had noticed that as well. So, yeah. Thank you to everyone who weighed in on that.
Absolutely. All right, for our last laugh today, here's a dog who's enjoying some pool therapy. Check it out.
We love it.
So apparently this is a greyhound named Nostradamus who, despite the look on his face, actually is enjoying this therapy. The vets who run this water therapy program for dogs says that wading through the water is really good for his back. Aww. So he's having a little therapy treatment, and see if you look at and it just, this little waving, that he just gets waved. He doesn't really have to participate, but it just helps strengthen and soothe his back. I guess there's an issue with greyhounds.
First of all, that's a big boy.
Yeah, she's got some good strength on her.
Have a wonderful weekend. No, actually.
Not yet.
Have a wonderful day. And let's check out, there we go. There's Helene, everybody.
Little baby.
Yay.
Getting so fluffy.